concepts of the Sadguru and should never deviate even a little bit, just like a train that runs on fixed iron rails. But generally, a guru behaves like a bus on the road, deviating a little to this side and little to that side. Such deviations mislead the receivers of the knowledge. Super point, Swamiji. Wonderfully explained. The next question again by Shri Rushikesh. And he asks, Swami, you have said that Lord Datta has three names which are Hiranyagarbha, Narayana and Ishvara. Can you please explain these three names? Swami replied, the first energetic incarnation of the unimaginable God is God Datta. When the same God Datta was involved in the creation of this world, he was called Hiranyagarbha. The same God later on became God Brahmadatta, with four faces indicating the authorship of the four Vedas. Later on, the same God Datta was involved in ruling the world and was called as Narayana. He later on became God Vishnu Datta, with one face indicating the oneness of the unimaginable God. Later on, the same God Datta was involved in the destruction of the world, and he was called Ishvara, who later on became God Shiva Datta, with five faces indicating the destruction of the five elements with five types of fire, Panchagni Vidya. Hence, Hiranyagarbha was the first form of the unimaginable God or Parabrahman, and is the first energetic incarnation of the unimaginable God, as said in the Veda. Hiranyagarbha Samavartatagre. Hence, we can take the first original God Datta as Brahmadatta, and this is the reason why God Brahma is not expressed widely like God Vishnu and God Shiva. The main portfolio of God Brahmadatta is spiritual knowledge, and due to this, he is the author of the entire Veda, and Veda means knowledge. Vidul Jnane, the root word of the word Veda is indicates knowledge. God Datta is called as Guru Datta, or the preacher of knowledge, being the author of the Veda or knowledge. His associated power, God Brahmadatta. God Brahmadatta is called Guru Datta, or the preacher of knowledge, being the author of the Veda. His associated power is Goddess Saraswati, who dwells on the tongue, representing words of speech. The preacher Guru is preaching knowledge through speech alone. The creation is the first step, and hence the first visible God is Hiranyagarbha alone. Hiranyagarbha appeared in the beginning of creation with the central face of Brahma, having two side faces of Shiva and Vishnu on both sides. Later on, the same Datta appeared as Narayana, with the central face of Vishnu having two side faces of Brahma and Shiva on both sides. Later on, at the end of creation, the same God Datta appeared as Ishvara, with the central face of Shiva having two side faces of Brahma and Vishnu on either side. God Datta is the single God possessing the three potentialities of creation, control, and dissolution of the world. These three potentialities were separately personified as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva in course of time. These three later energetic forms of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are the incarnations of the same God Datta. There are several other incarnations also when earth and humanity were created. When earth and humanity were created, human incarnations of God Datta also appeared. God Datta is the permanent residential address of the unimaginable God. There is not even a trace of difference between God Datta and the unimaginable God. Hence, God Datta is called Parabrahma directly. In the sequence of the creation of this world, Hiranyagarbha or God Datta created space. Since Hiranyagarbha is a mediated God looking like a human being. This first energetic incarnation is called Atman or soul, and the Veda says that Atman created space. Atmana Akasha Sambhuta. This space created by Hiranyagarbha was the first of the five elements called as Bhutakasha. The space occupied by Hiranyagarbha was created by the unimaginable God even before the expression of Hiranyagarbha and was called as Paramavyoma or the eternal space. That eternal space, Paramavyoma, is never destroyed even after the dissolution of the entire creation made by Hiranyagarbha. The Veda says that in the beginning, even before the expression of Hiranyagarbha, the unimaginable God created energy which existed in subtle form or eternal space in gross form, which was used in the formation of the energetic body of Hiranyagarbha, Tat Tejo Srujata. Hence, the unimaginable God created energy in the very beginning, even before the formation of Hiranyagarbha, and this Vedic statement Tat Tejo Srujata applies to that context. The second Vedic statement, Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha, applies to the context of the creation of the non-eternal elemental space by which by the first mediated God or Hiranyagarbha called as Atma. So there are two types of space, Paramavyoma and the elemental space. The Paramavyoma is the eternal space. That eternal space was created by the unimaginable God even before Hiranyagarbha was created, and out of that Paramavyoma Hiranyagarbha was created. Later on, Hiranyagarbha created all the five elements beginning with space. So that is Atmana Akasha Sambhuta refers to that second one, and Tattejo Srujata refers to the creation of the first subtle energy, which is that Paramavyoma, before the creation of the Hiranyagarbha. So these two statements in the Veda, this time Swamiji has given that clarity of which statement fits in where exactly. This God, this God Datta also incarnated as human incarnations, and any incarnation, energetic or human, contains God Datta, who always contains the unimaginable God. Hence, in this very basic sense, we can say that every incarnation is the incarnation of Parabrahman, which is the unimaginable God, or the incarnation of God Datta, who is the first energetic incarnation. This is the systematic story of the creation of this world. This is only the sequence of creation, but the process of creation is unimaginable, since the cause of creation, since the cause creates the effect without any reduction in its quantity in this context of creation of the world from God. God is not only the intellectual cause, which is called the Nimitta Karana, but he is also the material cause, which is called the Upadana Karana of this world. So in the example of clay and pot, you have the pot maker is the intellectual cause, and the mud is the material cause. These two causes are separate. But in the case of the world, with what material was the world made out of? There was no other material. It came from God alone. And who made it? Like which intelligent agent made it? God alone made it. So he is the Abhinna Nimittopadana Karana. He is the non-different intellectual and material cause of creation. Apart from the above said unimaginable wonder of the material cause, the unimaginable wonder of the intellectual cause is that God thought of creation even before the creation of awareness. In both angles, the process of creation is unimaginable because as the material cause, God created this world without any reduction in the causal quantity, which is any reduction in himself. And and as the intellectual cause, it is wonderful because he thought and planned the creation without being awareness. Normally we think that only awareness can think, meaning aware living beings like intelligent human beings or energetic beings, only such people can think. because we have awareness. But without awareness, he was able to think. How was he able to think? That is the wonderful process, the unimaginable wonder. Swamiji, it is 9:34, Swamiji.
This question finished?
This question is over.
Okay. Then now Mahima Yamuna can start.
Yes,
Swami.
Ajay Garu.
Namaskaram, Swami.
Namaste.
And next miracle, we are in Shivalahari. The next miracle today, granting lotus scent and sun to Lakshman. Sri Lakshman Mumbai is a great devotee of Swami. One night, Lakshman phoned Swami in Vijayawada, appreciating the knowledge of a message, asking Swami to celebrate the message by granting lotus scent to him. Swami agreed, and the lotus scent was generated with lot of intensity. In Lakshman's words, lotus scent was poured on me continuously like buckets of water throughout my journey to home, and when I reached home, my mother was also getting the lotus scent from me. One day, Lakshman asked Swami, as you know, I have no issues so far, and doctor says that operation is essential, after which also there is no guarantee. My wife is pressing me to ask you for a boon of granting a son to us. Swami replied, yes, granted. Don't go for operation. She will conceive in this month itself. If my word fails, then go for operation in the next month. His wife conceived in that month itself and delivered a beautiful boy. Swami's comment. Lakshman was very sincere devotee of Lord Datta and also a person of strict discipline and character. He is at very high level in pravritti and nivritti. His service to Swami without any aspiration of fruit in return was the result of the knowledge penance being done by that soul from past several births. Swami knows everything of every soul and hence granted the boon so fast, accepting as soon as he asked. One need not exhibit his deservingness because God knows the reality of yourself more than yourself. The delay for the issues in the family of Lakshman was due to forgetting a promise done by his mother to the priest of a temple of Lord Shiva in the previous birth. Next one. Saving the son of a devotee from train accident. Swami was doing satsang in the house of Sri G. Shivaramamurthy, Tirupati. Exactly at 10 a.m., Swami stopped talking, closing eyes and saying, I have some urgent work and will return in half an hour. Swami kept silent in the chair, becoming almost unconscious. At 10:30 a.m., Swami opened eyes, telling that the work was over. None of the devotees there understood anything since Swami did not give any further information. In the evening, the son of Sri Shivaramamurthy came to home and told, I am coming to Tirupati in train. Exactly at 10 a.m., our train stopped since some person was showing red cloth on the track before the train standing far. The train stopped and the person told that the railway track lines were cut by some terrorists. The track was repaired and the son reached home in the evening. All the devotees understood everything and the parents conveyed their gratefulness to Swami. Swami's comment. Sri Shivaramamurthy is a spiritual aspirant who always believed in the practical philosophy, which is the practical sacrifice and service to God. The son who was saved from the accident was not so much deserving as the father deserves. God saved his son, seeing his face only. God could not tolerate the pain of such a devotee. Next one. Riding bike possessing me. One day, I phoned Swami that he should bless me next day in the examination to be attended by me. Swami told me, I never expected that you also asked me for a boon. I will not grant any boon to you since you have to serve me without aspiring for any favor from me. The fruits of deeds will attack you tomorrow as usual, as per your cycle. Next day, I went to the examination hall, and as soon as I sat, I was suddenly attacked with terrible fever. I was even unable to walk out with lot of shivering, high burning sensation, and my eyes were rolling. I dropped from the examination and somehow walked out to reach my home on my bike. It was impossible for me even to sit on the bike. I prayed Swami and I saw Swami entering me. I was totally possessed by Swami. I was able to ride my bike properly on the road and I stopped the bike just before the gate of my house. I found Swami leaving me. Immediately, the bike fell to one side and I fell to the other side. I was taken into my home by my people. Same time, Swami told in satsang about my incident, concluding, a fellow who falls from bike in standing position drove the bike properly on the road. Swami's comment. When Fani was possessed by Swami, it indicates the concept of incarnation by temporary possession, Avesha Avatara, as in the case of Parshurama. Fani recognized that Swami drove the bike, whereas Parshurama thought that he himself drove the bike, thought that he killed all the kings, whereas God Vishnu killed all the kings through him. The entire essence of the spiritual knowledge is that you should always be careful about your ego and jealousy. Next one. Repeating promise of Sai Baba. Srimati Purna Rajamandri is a totally dedicated devotee of Swami and used to visit satsang of Swami for a long time on every day whenever he comes to Rajamandri. This was not liked by her family members since she was neglecting the house before Swami. Once Swami went to Rajamandri to the house of some other devotee called Murthy. Purna started from her house to go there and see Swami. On the way, she went to a devotee who is possessed by Sai Baba on Thursday. Since that was Thursday, the devotee was possessed by Sai Baba. Sai Baba on that devotee told Purna, you need not leave your house and go to Datta Swami every time. Datta Swami exists in your house. Promise me that you will not leave your house for the sake of Datta Swami. She promised him and went to satsang of Swami thinking that it is her last visit to Swami. On seeing her, Swami told, there are no two gods. There is only one God. Datta Swami and Sai Baba are one and the same. The promise given to Sai Baba is also the same given to me. From tomorrow onwards, you need not visit me. Stay in your house. I'll be with you, always protecting you. Swami's comment. This is a test conducted by Datta in the case of Purna. Opposition from the family members was also by the will of Datta only. She passed the test. The next test by Datta is Datta himself to stand as the hurdle. If her devotion is really uncontrollable, even to Datta, she will reach the plane of Nivritti. And even to Datta, she will reach the plane of Nivritti. Datta will wait and see, and the soul may pass this higher test in this life or some other life in future. Earlier the better, since human birth is a rare opportunity. Let us wait and see. Next one. saving job of elder brother of Ajay, Sri Chalapat Rao. Elder brother of Ajay is working in the office of a cement factory at Vijayawada. One day, he told Ajay that his boss asked him to resign and go. Ajay was worried and conveyed this to Swami, praying Swami to protect his elder brother. Swami told that he will tell this to his elder brother, Lord Hanuman, to save the job of the elder brother of Ajay. Swami closed his eyes for some time and on opening eyes told Ajay, my elder brother, Lord Hanuman, says that the fault lies with your elder brother only and not with his boss. Ajay insisted his elder brother to tell what exactly happened since Swami is telling in this way. Then he told, Swami is correct. I told my boss that if he does not give promotion to me, I will resign and go. Then the boss became furious and told me that I should resign immediately and go. Now I am fearing to go to office, doubting the reaction of my boss. This was informed to Swami. Swami told, let him not fear. The boss will receive him cordially. Next day, when he went to office, boss received him very cordially as if nothing has happened. Swami's comment, he must always remember that God is omniscient and you cannot fool him by partial presentation of facts. You can mislead the human being, but never God. Seeing the face of Ajay, the highest devotee only, Swami adjusted the whole case and solved the issue. Namaskaram, sir. Jnanam
ज्ञानं वेह विभूतिर्वा यत्किञ्चित् दर्शितं मया सर्वं तत्तगुरोरेव चापल्यन्तु मम ध्रुवम्.
Namaskar, sir.
Now, namaste. Now, Bhakti Ganga.
Namaskaram, sir.
God bless you. Tell me. Sing.
Swamiji, playing.
Yes.
उद्वेग रहिता संतोष रहिता शांति समुद्र श्री दत्ता शांति समुद्र श्री दत्ता शांति समुद्र श्री दत्ता निश्चल निर्मल तत्वज्ञानी निश्चल निर्मल तत्वज्ञानी निर्विकार जगदन्त साक्षी निर्विकार जगदन्त साक्षी उद्वेग रहित संतोष रहित शांति समुद्र श्री दत्ता शांति समुद्र श्री दत्ता शांति समुद्र श्री दत्ता योगीराज गुरु पीठाधीश योगीराज गुरु पीठाधीश अवधूताखिल विषय स्पंद अवधूताखिल विषय स्पंद उद्वेग रहित संतोष रहित शांति समुद्र श्री दत्ता शांति समुद्र श्री दत्ता शांति समुद्र श्री दत्ता कामये कालाग्निशमनं कामये कालाग्निशमनं कामये कालाग्निशमनं कालाग्निशमनम् कालकालं करुणालवालं श्रीकालभैरवम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् मायाजालं मदिरालोलं मुनिजनपालं महाभीकरशूलं कामये कालाग्निशमनम् मायाजालं मदिरालोलं मुनिजनपालं महाभीकरशूलं कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कालकालं करुणालवालं श्रीकालभैरवम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् पिङ्गलजटाजूटं पादोधावितखेटं गर्जनोज्ज्वलविस्फोटं प्रस्थानमहार्भाटं कामये कालाग्निशमनम् पिङ्गलजटाजूटं पादोधावितखेटं गर्जनोज्ज्वलविस्फोटं प्रस्थानमहार्भाटं कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कालकालं करुणालवालं श्रीकालभैरवम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् शिरश्चन्द्रखण्डं फालाग्निकुण्डं भ्रामितकालदण्डं कम्पमानजगदण्डं कामये कालाग्निशमनम् शिरश्चन्द्रखण्डं फालाग्निकुण्डं भ्रामितकालदण्डं कम्पमानजगदण्डं कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कालकालं करुणालवालं श्रीकालभैरवम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् देहोद्धतज्वालाचण्डं क्रोधपिण्डं भस्मीकृतभुवनभाण्डं कामये कालाग्निशमनम् देहोद्धतज्वालाचण्डं क्रोधपिण्डं भस्मीकृतभुवनभाण्डं कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कालकालं करुणालवालं श्रीकालभैरवम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम् कामये कालाग्निशमनम्
Okay, Fanny.
Swamiji,
Yes. Yes. Tell me.
no,
Yeah,
if you want, we can play. If you want, we can play other songs also.
Some song you can play.
Which one?
Any song you like.
Okay, sorry.
याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामम् श्रीरामं रघुरामं कल्याणरामं कोदण्डरामं पट्टाभिरामं पावनरामं याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामम् शरणं भव शरणं भव शरणं भव श्रीराम करुणां कुरु करुणां कुरु करुणां कुरु रघुरामा करुणां कुरु रघुरामा याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति तनुविजितकामं हतदितिजस्तोमं नवजलदश्यामं मैथिलीवामं हनुमदर्चितं भरतपूजितं लक्ष्मणवन्दितं शत्रुघ्नसत्कृतं लक्ष्मणवन्दितं शत्रुघ्नसत्कृतं सीतासेवितं याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामम् दशरथात्मजं विपुलाक्षिवारिजम् एकशिलीमुख हतदशमुखभाजम् हंसरोपिता दिव्यशाङ्गकोदण्डम् आत्मना व्याप्त चराचर जगदण्डम् आत्मना व्याप्त चराचर जगदण्डम् याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामम् गौतमसतीशिला शापविमोचनं शान्तविलोकनान्त करुणामृतसेचनं बालशरदम्बोधरांशुरोचनं स्फुरत्तरुणमीनायत विलोचनं स्फुरत्तरुणमीनायत विलोचनं याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामम् याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामम् श्रीरामं रघुरामं कल्याणरामं कोदण्डरामं पट्टाभिरामं पावनरामं याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामम् शरणं भव शरणं भव शरणं भव श्रीराम करुणां कुरु करुणां कुरु रघुरामा करुणा कुरु रघुरामा याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामं तवास्मीति याचे श्रीरामम्
आणि
स्वामी परब्रह्म समारंभां श्रीदत्तात्रेयमध्यमां श्रीदत्तस्वामी पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां सर्वविश्वन्यस्तपादपद्मायते वामहस्तालोलवेदशास्त्रायते ज्ञानसूर्यायते दत्तरूपायते श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम् श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम् श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम् गुरुदत्त श्रीदत्त प्रभुदत्त पाहि मां विजिदत्त हरिदत्त हरदत्त रक्ष मां पाहि मां दत्त रक्ष मां दत्त। नमस्कारं स्वामी।
नमस्ते
నమస్కారం స్వామీజీ.
नमस्ते
నమస్కారం
नमस्ते
నమస్కారం స్వామీజీ.
नमस्ते
నమస్కారం సార్.
नमस्ते
నమస్కారం.
नमस्ते
పాద నమస్కారం స్వామీజీ.
नमस्ते नमस्ते
నమస్కారం స్వామి.
नमस्ते
నమస్కారం స్వామి.
नमस्ते
పాద నమస్కారం స్వామి. స్వామి పాద నమస్కారం స్వామి.